Moving on to the next.
Moving on to the next one, bro.
Brian, hit us.
Recession fears. Right now, Wall Street and the rest of the economy is scared that there's a recession possibly coming up.
What is your take?
My take? I think there might be a recession coming, but to the extent that everybody thinks it is, who knows? Because I've been listening to a lot of people. They're saying that this is going to be the Great Depression. We've interviewed other people that have said that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think so, maybe. And to be quite honest with you, if we are going to a recession or Great Depression, what are you going to do about it? You know, okay, you have this information. What are you going to do? Are you going to change what you're currently doing? Are you going to adapt? And I think if anything, yeah, it's an alert. You're aware of it because it's happening. I think this is probably one of the few recessions where you actually know that you're going to get screwed. Because most of them all these are like black swan events. Yeah, like you're sitting down and next you know, Lehman Brothers collapses. Oh my God, I lost all my money.
It's like an earthquake.
You know, and you can predict these things because think about it, man. Like over $30 trillion got pumped within like a year. You know, more than ever. Or maybe I'm even wrong. Probably even more or less. Who knows? That's gonna bump up the economy. And there's a lot of money out there, a lot of fake millionaires running around here who have, you know, 10 million in debt. They're over leveraged and they're like, oh, I'm a multi-millionaire. And now when this thing pops and they're sitting on all that debt, what happened to them now? So I think there's a reset. I think it's good. I think people who've had very strong foundational principles, keeping money, investing it, saving it, and they've been prudent with how they spend, they're going to do just fine.
Yeah.
Now, those that are, you know, doing high speculation, who are taking loans out, and they're not using that money for business or to generate income, and they're using it to buy Rolexes, watches, different cars, houses, and they're just, you know, not doing what they're supposed to do, these type of people are going to suffer big time in this correction.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's one of these things where more than ever should be aware. You know, be aware of your spending habits. Be aware of what it is you're buying, what you should buy, what you shouldn't buy. And again, look, I don't want to say everybody has different needs, but at the same time, there's a difference between needs and wants, major wants. And again, we all want stuff, but I think during a recession, you have to be smart. Put the money towards where it makes sense. Don't put the money towards places that are going to be debt-driven. In the sense of it's going to be, it's not going to appreciate. It's only going to devalue itself. Put your money into things that make sense, that are going to be necessities, things that are going to be able to, you could play off in the long term, things that can fight towards, you know, inflation, recession issues. Also as well, be smart, because if we are in a recession, there might actually be opportunities that are going to come your way within the year or two after. You know, where people can have the opportunity to buy into a property that's much cheaper because they were sitting on cash that now they held, you know, or have other opportunities, even businesses. Maybe somebody might wants to buy out a business now that they're able to buy it out because because that person might be at a point of going out of business. Somebody can go in and say, hey, I want to buy your business at a much cheaper rate where it was before. Maybe somebody takes over somebody's business and turns it around. That could be another opportunity for people. So I would say your spending habits. And then also as well, look at the opportunities that you could take advantage of.
Definitely. There's a lot of discounts right now, especially in the stocks. Palantir, Tesla, all these big tech companies have been hit really hard. And I think that if you are very savvy and you're quick and you have some money on the sideline, I think being aware of what's going on and watching those different companies that you want to buy, it's not a bad time, you know, dollar cost averaging, buying some on the dips and building up a nice position, because eventually this is going to turn around. To what extent and what's going to happen, who knows? But I think at the end of the day, you just got to make more money. That's what you're going to get out of your problem.
That's it. And that's why some of the beanie babies, like Brian likes to call them, have gone down.
The NFT beanie babies, yeah, man. And when everyone's speculating, when everybody is telling me to buy an NFT, my barber shop, my Uber driver, the guy that works at the supermarket, and everyone's telling me they're making a lot of money off NFTs, I get worried. I get worried not because, hey, good for them that they're making money, but now everyone's giving me financial advice, and they're all doing speculation, because that's all speculation. They're assuming it's going to grow. Yeah. And you'd never make money based on speculation. You can. You get lucky probably a few times, but over the long run, it's like gambling. You're going to maybe get a few right, and then you're going to go all in on one of them, and that's where it takes you out.
Brian, what's your personal recession tactic?
Recession tactic, very simple. Build up your reserves. Sit on cash. I know a lot of top people are saying not to do that. And the world currency, yes, I agree to that to an extent. Maybe have a little bit of crypto, But I think for most people, I think just sitting on some cash right now on the sideline, seeing what you're going to do, mapping out your moves, this is probably one of the few times that you actually know there's a potential recession coming. So if you as a business owner or as an individual, period, if you're not addressing this right now and making the necessities and the corrections within your business, whether it's pivoting from brick and mortar, going to online, whether it's to adding other areas within your business, maybe getting another side hustle, I think this is the right time to start building up the
100%.
reserves.
I was about to say the same way that COVID forced you to have to learn new skill sets and forced you to have to pivot and adjust. Take this as another opportunity to have to force yourself to put yourself in a place where I have to learn a new skill set, or I have to learn something new to apply to my business and make a pivot in my business so it can keep doing well. Take opportunity to invest in yourself. Number one, invest in yourself, because you growing your knowledge and you growing your skill sets will help you during a recession.
100%. Yeah, definitely. And I think people want to give money to everybody else and they don't want to invest back in themselves when they're the
100%.
biggest asset. The most important asset out there is your brain.
So if you want to get close to something, closest thing to being recession proof is invest in you. Invest in a new skill set, invest in your knowledge, invest in what can make you better, invest in what you can put back into your business, because at the end of the day, your business at the end of the day is your cash machine. If you don't have your cash machine moving, you ain't paying the bills. You ain't taking care of you, your family, and all the other necessities you need. So you have to always watch that out, and it starts with you. So invest in yourself, be smart. Like Brian said, have some cash, at hand just in case. Look at your spending habits, and then make sure that what you're doing makes sense. Guys, if you got value out of this segment, we appreciate if you like, comment, subscribe, share, drop a rating, leave a review, because the more love you show us, the more love we can show back. Till next time on the Sweat It Out podcast.